Hello, everybody. I'm super excited to have you guys here today with an amazing guest. We have Michelle here together with us. She is a wonderful, wonderful person for jumping onto this call with us because today, what we're going to be talking about is a very important topic. As a creator, as someone who is creative and wants to put themselves out there, wants to share, their best ways to help the world, to bring value to the world in some way. How do you do it, right? There's so many different ways that you could, try starting a website, right? Try building a product landing page. Try telling people about all the things that you share. But that journey has been traditionally very difficult for people to comprehend, especially if it's your first time building a product and it's your first time doing something of this nature to really put yourself out there and put your best face forward. So I am so lucky to have Michelle here talking with us. Michelle was born and raised in Indonesia and moved to the US for college. And she ended up meeting four other co-founders. So they're a team of five co-founders. This is crazy to me, by the way. And you gotta tell me more about that, Michelle, when you have a chance. But to build projects together outside of school, right? And they ended up building, pursuing a startup life full time, and now are just building amazing products and tools to help people launch and sell digital products because that's been their experience so far, and they're just trying to help and support the creator economy in that way. And they've been also fantastic founders. They got into YC. So without further ado, I'm gonna just jump straight to Michelle. Michelle, you please tell the audience about who you are, what you're doing, and please take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm Michelle. I was born and raised in Indonesia, and I moved to the US in 2015 for college. I very fortunately met my four other co-founders in the first ever computer science class of college, CS 101. And we've been building projects together ever since, starting from school projects to out of school projects. And when we graduated in 2019, we decided to pursue this startup life full time. We went into a really heavy, deep grind for 3 months and we applied to Y Combinator. Fortunately, we got in. So we've been building a lot of different projects ever since.
That's amazing. And for those who are unfamiliar, if you are, right, Y Combinator is like this
Yeah.
amazing accelerator in the US that takes top talents, top founders, and puts them together in like an incubation kind of experience. Kind of like what we're doing here at Codex 3, right? Where they
Yeah.
really good founders, really good ideas, and just help bring them to fruition, give them funding, give them, I think like guidance is the most important thing because you get to learn from people who have actually built multi-million dollar, billion dollar businesses, right? And I think that's beautiful because having that kind of mentorship, I'm sure has helped you a lot, even in your times that you're pivoting, right? Like as you pivot, you're like, hey,
Mhm.
what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong, right? And I think we also like kind of what I'm seeing here is that Typedream is like the baby born out of frustration, right? Born out of a lot of
Yes.
iteration, a lot of like, hey, what if it was me? What if I needed something on this journey? What would that tool be?
Yeah, a bit different for us. Where Notion, I mean Slack, they were trying to solve their own internal problem. But for us, we got this idea to build Typedream from our previous product. Typedream is definitely not my first product ever. As I mentioned, I've been building a lot of projects with my four other co-founders since 2015. I think we've built about 6 to 7 different projects so far. We built a news app, we built Netflix for indie movies, we built a crypto arbitrage bot, we were trying to build that in 2017, where we saw a price discrepancy between Bitcoin prices here in the US and in Indonesia. There
Wow.
was a 20% price gap at the time. We wanted to leverage it ourselves. In fact, we did it manually for a bit before
Wow.
we started to build a bot to automate the process.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And then we developed that idea into a full-blown crypto trading exchange. Then we went a bit traditional and changed it into a US stock trading exchange for Southeast Asia. We wanted to allow Southeast Asians to buy and sell US stocks because, from what we hear from our friends and family, nobody wants to buy Southeast Asian stocks, and
Oh no.
they all want to own Apple.
Yes, yes. And not a derivative of
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah. But another issue came where we couldn't get the licenses licenses and regulations required to make that legal. So we decided to build another product. It was an authentication plugin for no-code website builders like WordPress and Webflow. So we wanted to allow people who were building their websites on WordPress and Webflow to allow their users to sign up or log into their website.
Mm,
But then people started asking for a plugin for Notion.
mhm.
So we were confused, like, why would you want to allow your users to log into your Notion document? And that is when we figured out that people were building their websites on top of Notion.
Mhm.
So yeah, that we saw this opportunity that although there are a lot of other no-code websites builder out there, people still are still looking for something that is more familiar in terms of UI UX because Notion's UI is just like Microsoft Word and
Superior.
Google Docs, and everybody uses that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is superior, even better than Microsoft Word or Google Docs.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw an opportunity to build a Notion-like website builder,
Yes.
and that is what Typedream was in the early days. It was a Notion-like website builder. Yeah, apparently we figured out that people weren't using our product to build beautiful websites, but they're using our product to sell Notion templates. That's why we decided to listen to our users and change our product into to serve them. That we're now a tool to help people sell digital products.
What I've learned in my journey, utilizing Notion
Mhm.
is that it's fantastic as a way to first get started. Hey, I want to put my first like portfolio website out there. I want to put my first,
Yeah,
resume out there. I want to put my first product out there. Very easy. But like I said, not beautiful at
yeah.
all, right? It's very simplified,
Mhm.
realistic. As a user, I'm very easy to like, build it out and start versus like, I don't know, Squarespace might seem daunting. Webflow is definitely super daunting for any
Yeah.
user. Shopify, oh,
Anyone, yep.
am I ready to start? Like, there's a lot of things that are scaring people about the process. But I think what you guys
Yes.
have done is like, hey, build with the simplicity of Notion, have a beautiful output
Mhm.
at the end that doesn't look like
Mhm.
a Notion site, because a lot of people have done that already. And actually, for people who have followed us throughout this time, you know that we also have shared a lot of ways on how to get started and build your first product on Notion. Our problem statement we're going to solve
Yeah.
today is creators never end up putting themselves out there due to perceived barriers to entry, right? It's too tough to put my website out there. I don't know how to do payments. I don't know how to, create a beautiful website. I might start off with something that I don't like and I don't know how to change it later. Customizability, all these questions end up being blockers. Those are barriers. So what we're going to discuss today is what are the main things that we need or a creator needs in their toolkit, right? I love the ending of what Typedream is doing, the all-in-one toolkit, right, for creators. I think
Yeah.
that's what Notion started off with, like the all-in-one like documents and everything platform. I think that's also what they started as their branding, and I love it because it's very apt, right? You're doing everything. And we're going to talk about like how do you, what do you need, right, when you start a business? Well, you need a landing page. A landing page basically conceptualizes the main value cell of your products, right? What are you going to do? Well, what's the features of this product? How does it benefit you? How does it make you into a better person, right? Because everyone wants transformative experiences nowadays. Oh, after I use this tool, I'm going to magically, some Greek god, right? How does that work, right? How are we transforming you to become a superhero version of yourself? I'll talk about like link to bios. It's kind of heard of Linktree, I'm sure, if you have been on social media, where it's just like a simple web page, right? You click on a link in someone's bio in Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and you get an instant list of the top sites that you might want to visit that are relevant to that person, right? How do you do that easily? Well, again, do you want to go to Linktree or do you want something more customizable? Let's talk about that. And then the last thing we want to talk about is payment tools, right? You want to get paid from your products online, obviously, right? How do you get paid? Even if it's a nominal fee, I love doing something called like a $1 payment because that's the gateway, right? If someone's willing to put $1 in, they're more likely to actually engage in the product versus just a completely free product, right?
Okay, so the inspiration behind building this all-in-one toolkit is actually our power user, Islo. He's a very popular Notion template seller. I'm pretty sure you've seen him on X or Instagram maybe, but we follow his step by step on how he sells his Notion template. So first one is he would find the idea, like find his own niche, and his niche is Notion people. So he found out that he wants to sell Notion template. But after finding his niche, the second step is for him to introduce himself to the world. Like,
Mm,
yeah, to create his brand. And he does that by giving away freebies.
mhm.
So he would create the free version of his Notion template, maybe a simple redacted version of his paid product, and he would host giveaways on social media. He would do a tweet like, "Hey, I make Notion templates, and I am gonna give away 100 free copies. Follow me, like, retweet, engage with my post, and I'll DM it to you for free."
Mm,
That is how he builds an audience so that people who are interested in his Notion templates, who might be his potential customers
yeah.
in the future,
Mm,
will be able to familiarize themselves with what kind of products will sell. So it's
love
like,
it.
yeah, the sample product
Yeah.
freebie. So in order to do that, he would need a payment tool, but set the price as free. And then once he gets more serious, he would need to build a landing page for each of his products. So let's say he has a Notion template that helps you organize the books you read. Then he would design a landing page about why you need to log the books you read. Yeah, and more information about the product, like testimonials from other people, pricing, and a buy button.
Yes.
Aside from that, oh, and then once he has enough audience, then he would do the same thing he did with the freebie, but this time with a paid product. Now that he already has an audience and he knows who to sell his product to. So
Mhm.
he would create a paid product, and that means he would need a payment tool. And then last step ever, once he has a lot of different products that he wants to display to his customers, he would need a link in bio, just a page to consolidate all of his offers and some more information about who he is. So that's the reason behind our all-in-one tool. They're technically not like it's not like we're trying to build a lot of different tools and kill all of our other competitors. It's more like we're trying to serve one particular customer, which was our digital creators,
Mhm.
and these are the tools digital creators need. And it does not make sense to ask someone to pay for multiple different tools to do one thing, which is to sell their product, right?
We've done is like when we first started, uh, we actually launched on Patreon. So Patreon was our way to get people to pay because from the beginning I knew that I needed to build a recurring revenue business. That was the only way so people sustain ourselves as a nonprofit, right? Where people can subscribe on a monthly or annual basis to be able to get. I didn't even have annual option then, so on a monthly basis, in order to get updates to the templates that we're building, to be involved in the building process. Because as a collective, right, we're around 15,000 people now. We're just constantly building new
Mm-hmm.
versions of our systems, new ways to do things, new dashboards, new components. We have over 200
Mm-hmm.
components now, and over 50 different dashboards, all solving different problems. And the idea is that if you're able to support us on a recurring basis, then you'll get access to all of it, which is amazing, right? But what
Yeah.
we realized over time is like Patreon is not the best place to sell a digital product. It's a great place if you're hosting a podcast or and you're hosting like a YouTube channel or hosting something that you need support in. Perfect, no problem. But when you're trying to deliver something through Patreon, not that easy. Okay.
We recently beta launched our email marketing feature as well, so that
Cool.
once if you want to cross sell or upsell your other products, you need an email marketing tool like ConvertKit. You won't need to use ConvertKit, you'll just use Typedream.
I love it. Thanks so much for breaking that down. Maybe we can get a demo from you, like just a quick maybe screen share to see like how the site looks, how it works on your side. And in the meantime, in the audience, if you guys have things that you might want us to build live for you, you want to see how it all works, please ping out.
So according to our discussion earlier, Conrad, we wanted to build a landing page for a SaaS company, right?
Um, kind
And I think that's because someone from your audience
Yeah,
needs
so
a
someone from
landing
our
page for
audience
their SaaS.
wants to share a product. It's an AI tool to help students learn better
Uh-huh.
by essentially
Mhm.
giving them an AI assistant to talk back to them while they
Mhm.
try to explain an idea to them, while they try to explain something that they
Mhm.
believe they're learning or have competency in, and explain it to them in
Mhm.
3 different levels: as a student, as
Mhm.
a college student, as a high school student, as a 10-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a very popular SaaS landing page template.
Mm.
I'm going to scroll through the template and walk through each of the section of the landing page. But first, it's just common practice to have a hero section. It's the
Mm.
header section right here where we have the heading, subheading, a CTA or a button,
Mm.
and the main asset that explains the product.
Amazing.
So this entire thing is the hero section. So next we have a feature section where this is your opportunity to dig deeper into what your product does and yeah, the individual feature that your product provides.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have the testimonial section where this is how you convince other people that you're legit because you have some customers using your
Of
product.
course. Yes. Yes.
This is yeah, the same thing. So testimonials, just and then FAQ if you want to address some of the frequently asked questions. Lastly, another call to action.
I
Like,
love
what
it.
is your call to action? In this case, it's get early access, but it could be get started or yeah, whatever. And the the most bottom part should be a footer, and it should have everything you think your users might need. So when you create an account with Typedream, you'll see these two options, what you want to build today.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pick a web page because we want to build a landing page.
Yes.
And then these are the type of landing pages you could build, but you can just click continue. And here you can either start with a template or start from scratch.
Wow.
So if you want to build a landing page for your SaaS, maybe you could choose landing page here, or yeah, we have several options, or maybe business because it's for your business. This is your dashboard. As mentioned before, you can build a page, a form. This if you want to accept some wait list. If you want to collect people's emails, you can build a
Mm.
blog for SEO, link in bio, sell your digital products, and the beta feature email marketing to
Interesting.
upsell or cross sell your product.
Yes.
Yeah, but for this demo, let's build a landing page. So we're going to choose pages and click on our page.
Mm.
This is very similar to Notion, such that you could just type the slash button
Love it.
for command, like
Mm-hmm.
slash heading, slash text, slash image.
Yes.
Okay, hero section, the header. First, we have our heading. So simply type slash heading one. This is the biggest heading. Collect data for, or did Angelo reply on what
Yes.
learning to learn
Learning to
is?
Learn
So we
is a
can change it.
tool to help people master
Mhm.
concepts. It's built on top of ChatGPT 4, where a custom bot helps you identify gaps in your knowledge that can relate it to anyone. Sorry, I'm
Okay,
fast.
so
Yeah.
what would be a good heading? Master concept,
Mm.
master concepts with AI. Let's just tentative, but you can
Yeah,
always change
yeah,
this
yeah,
later.
exactly.
So yeah, we can change the keywords, make it pop by adding some gradients to it,
Mm.
and you can do that by highlighting the text and changing the text color. We have some preset gradients that you can use, but this button was achieved by typing slash button,
Wow, wow.
and then you can change the color.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm building the small text right underneath the button. And let's make it gray because it's just the explainer of the button. And lastly, let's insert our image. So simply type slash image.
Like, I think that's something that would be helpful.
Mhm. Not yet,
Mm.
but that is in the works. So you'll be able to save your assets, save your font, and save your brand colors. Let's say you have
Beautiful.
a primary color, secondary color, and yeah.
Perfect.
Cool. So this is our hero section. We have our heading, subheading, button, and asset. You can choose footer and just choose a footer you like. So let's
Oh
say it's
wow.
this one.
You see, that is the feature
Yeah,
that every
you have an
every
automatic
site is
footer
missing.
now.
Because like it's so annoying because yes, they sell themes, they sell styles, but they don't sell specific. They don't
Mhm.
share specific sections that you can import into your program. I don't understand why every
Yeah.
website builder hasn't figured that one out yet. Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, it
Yes.
also acts as an inspiration on what kind of sections you can add to your landing page. Because sometimes,
Wow.
especially first-time landing page builders,
Yeah.
wouldn't know what features are important, right? I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Linktree, where you
Yes.
only have a page with like 4 to 5 buttons here. But if
Yes.
you have a lot of offers, then the button will go infinitely.
Yeah.
With Typedream, we're trying to be more visual
I love it. This
because
is
we're,
super
we're
different.
really design oriented at Typedream.
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll have a card with a video background. A lot of creators would have videos on TikTok, so you don't
Okay.
really have to work on this. You'll just have to download our TikTok video and use it as a background. We have 3 plans now. Building a website is free, but if you want to connect a custom domain, because we give like blah blah.typedream.app for free, but if you want to add your own custom domain, let's say conradlin.com,
Sure.
then you would need to be at least in our launch plan. That's pretty standard across every other website builders. Like custom
Makes
domain
sense.
is the main feature that people would want to pay for. Yeah, who I am and what I stand for. I am a startup founder, so you can ask me anything about the startup journey, what I learned, how to network, how to fundraise. And then I also got to Y Combinator. So if you want to ask about how to get to Y Combinator or to Conrad's startup accelerator school,
You can do both. You can do both.
then yeah, you can do both. Yeah. You can ask me how I got in. I'd be happy to share a lot of things. I'd be happy to do a mock interview with you, review YC application, anything. And
Wow.
then I also want to help digital creators sell digital products with the flow that I mentioned before, in which I learned from eSlow. So
Again, thank you so much, Michelle. I really appreciate it. And I think that's the end of our live stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you learned a lot. And I know I learned a lot. And hopefully you use Typedream as well to build something meaningful. And if you have any questions about the building process, ask us. We're here to help and we want to support your journey. So thank you so much again. Please take care. Bye-bye.